All right, so welcome again to Military Guna TV. Thank you very much for joining me, people. I want to say I really do appreciate the support that you guys are giving me. So this here is the Reggae Boyz 2 Suriname 0. Reggae Boyz 2 Suriname 0. So what I'm going to speak to you guys today about is actually Tappa's press conference. So I'm going to give you a reaction from the Tappa's Whitmore press conference, post-match press conference, to be exact. Now, Theodore Whitmore, despite the result, he was extremely critical of his team performance, and it was okay that it's okay that they walked away with 3 points, but he was extremely critical about the team's performance. Now, he said a few things, and I'm going to highlight some of the few things that he said. I'm gonna run through a lot of it so you guys can get a better understanding. The interview was done on, I think, is J Sport TV. And it will soon be out on the CONCACAF. Maybe I think it'll be out by tomorrow. It will be out on the CONCACAF channel. But first thing first, I realized that first thing first, what he said is that it was not the performance that he expected, but still they got the 3 points, in which it was the final aim or the biggest objective of the game, to get the 3 points. But the performance was not as he expected. So the second thing now is that a clean sheet is always a positive, and we all know that Andre Blake is in the goal and he got man of the match. But a clean sheet is always a positive. It is telling us that defensively we did something really, really right, and really, really good as well. But a clean sheet, as I said, a clean sheet is always a positive. Now the next point, he said, we were quite good in the first half. We scored our chances that we got. We got a few more chances, but we were clinical enough to get the 2 chances that we had in the first half. But definitely it goes to show that football is not played in one half only. So he said that we were okay in the first half. No, he said that in the second half, Suriname made a few changes and they switched up the midfield to a double pivot, and they made it quite difficult for us to transition throughout the midfield of the park. So it's literally forced us to go over the top. That is the reason why in the second half, quite so often you see us going over the top. It's not a sense of us being tired. It's just a sense of going over the top. So that's my take. That's my take. But he said that they made it difficult for us. But what I realized is that in the second half, they made a change. They moved from a 4-3-3 to a 4-2-3-1 formation with that double pivot. And they both of them, they came a bit closer to each other, and then now with that it allows the midfield area to be a bit more clustered. But you can see that those 2 players in the double pivot were extremely technical. I'm not sure if it was Lerdam and Besiswar who sat a bit deeper, but they look good, and they pass the ball around really, really well. They retain more of the possession than we did. So I think that's one of the reasons why he said that they made it difficult for us. Now the next point is that it's the first game out of the way, and we hope that we improve. We hope to improve in the next game against Guadeloupe. So yeah, definitely the butterflies are now out of the tummy. We know where the areas are that we need to work on, which is we see the issues, the long going issues in the midfield area, and definitely that's another point. And he highlighted that. And he definitely highlighted that. He said that the third point, he said that this game is going to be there will be a team review with the coaching staff, the tactical aspect of things with the entire team. What went wrong? How can they fix it? And I love the fact that he came out and said that. The next point that he said is the team didn't came out of the dressing room in the second half. He said that blatantly. I'm not making that up. He said that blatantly. He said that the team didn't came out of the dressing room in the second half. And we played in patches in the second half, because literally it's like he said that to motivate the team, leading 2-0. I think he was saying that, literally saying that the guys got a bit comfortable. I think that is what he was saying. But it is good to see that our coach was not pleased, and he's letting the players know that I am not pleased about that aspect of it. He said that he's happy about the win and he's happy about the 3 points, but that aspect of the game, he was not pleased. He said we didn't manage the game how we wanted to. We didn't manage the game how we wanted to, and that is something that we could say that's a point as well, because maybe he's taking responsibility, because we saw where Shamar Nicholson was winded throughout the entirety of the second quarter of the game. Between the 70 minutes going down, Shamar Nicholson was really, really winded. He made a few changes on the 72nd minute, putting on Speedy Williams and those guys. But those changes kind of stepped up the tempo of the game. But Suriname still dominated possession of the game. Now, he said he's looking forward to play against Guadeloupe. Now, the last question that was asked was about Hector and DJ playing together, and this was his answer. Hector and DJ. He said he thought the training that they had during the camp was actually well put together. They did a lot of work together. The players never played together before. This is their first time, and he also said that. But training session is quite different from game situation. He said at least now they got the first game out of the way, so both of them have a general understanding of how each other plays. So that is telling us that he said that training situation is totally different from what happened in game day. So he said that they might need more game-like situations. So going forward, we are likely to see both players still playing as a double pivot for us, based on the fact that he said that just getting them in more game-like situation, I think would be the best option for them. And I don't see him change. I can't say I see him changing any of that. So these are the few highlights that came out of Tappa Theodore Whitmore's press conference, post-match press conference. But it is good to see that the coach of the Reggae Boyz team was not he's not sitting in a comfort zone to say that we are ready, we are at where we want to be. He's saying that we still have work to do. We're here to win, but we still have work to do, and we will work on those minor issues that we are seeing. And I'm feeling good that he could actually stand there and say that he sees where we can get better, and he sees where we're lapsing, and he definitely will address those, because these are the same thing that most of the panelists on previous channels were saying. The same issues that brought up, the same questions that came up in the post-match press conference that was asked to Theodore Whitmore. It was the same answers that we are looking forward to, and it fills me with some comfort to know that he sees the issues and he will address it, based on the fact that he admits that these are the issues and these are things that we're going forward with. And as I said, I'm happy that he's not totally comfortable with the result, and he knows that we can definitely do a lot better. So people, hopefully tell me what you think about Tappa's Whitmore comments, what he said in the post-match press conference. I think it's Hector also did a part of the press conference, and he said that getting the first game out of the way is always a positive. So Mr. Whitmore has spoken and at his post-press match conference, and he highlighted some of the issues that we had on the pitch, and he definitely highlighted how they will address those issues. And for me, I am happy about that. So people, tell me what you think. Tell me what are your thoughts about this, about Mr. Whitmore's comment, and how you think that we can we can move forward addressing these issues. And I want to say thank you very much, people, for tuning in. Massive respect to all those who turned out on the watch along last night. I really do appreciate that you guys spend the time and enjoy the game with me. And thank you very much again to the panelists, the guys who came on and to the panelists, Bobby, Lincoln fans, and also Global Sports Network. So definitely, people, thank you very much for tuning in. This is Military Guna. As I said, put it in the comment section, guys. Make sure you smash that like button, like target. I'm going for 400 like target. So if you haven't hit the like button as yet, like target is 400. Like target is 400. So help me get there, people. Help me get there. Help me get to that like target. But so people, put it in the comment section. Tell me what you think about these comments that Mr. Whitmore said, these answers that he gave, these pressing issues, and what you think. How do you feel about Tappa Whitmore speaking openly about the issues that we're having on the pitch, and how he's going to address them. I'm feeling confident about that because I love when a coach can identify that this didn't went right, this didn't went right, this didn't go as how we planned, and this is how we are going to fix it. This is what we're going to do to fix it. I love that. I love when coach do these type of things because this coach is telling us as fans right now that we got the win, we got the 3 points, but we still have things to work on. We got the win, we got the 3 points, but there's still things to work on. That is what he's saying to us, basically. So, people, massive respect. Smash that like button. Subscribe to Military Guna TV. And guess what? I am out, people.